So before I speak too much, I want to put my motion down that I want you, brother and sisters who are watching this video, to discuss with me. The motion is, if South Africa has the opportunity in this 2024 general election to select the youngest leader to be the head of state, to be the president of South Africa, and be written in the history of South Africa that since independence have never have the youngest president. So this is the motion, and this, by disclaimer, this video is not dedicated for the campaigning of anyone there in South Africa, but I want to discuss this issue with you, my brother and sisters. Welcome all, welcome back. This is your channel, the African channel, where we share thoughts and changing the narrative of Mother Africa. Let us start in West Africa. We see this 2024, the bright or the better future of West Africa, but we don't need only in West Africa, we need the whole continent of Africa to have the leader who have the vision, who have the better future of the citizens of Africa. We see in coup d'etat in Mali, where we see Assimi Goïta becoming the president, becoming the head of state in Mali. Burkina Faso, also we see Captain Ibrahim Traoré becoming the leader of the state. We see in Guinea Conakry also Mamadi Doumbouya in the same track. So I hope, and I'm not calling for the violation there in South Africa, but I want it in democratic way that South Africa in this 2024 general election may have the opportunity to select the youngest leader who is always speaking about the unity of Africa, the leader who always is speaking about the return of the land without compensation, the leader who always speak about the state must own the means of production, the leader who always speak about more percent of South African must own the land. More percent of the population of South Africa must own the land. And they said 80% of South Africa are black people, only 20 are white people. But when it comes to the ownership of the property, 80% of the land and properties are owned by the white people, only 20 for the rest. So, brothers and sisters, this is the opportunity that I want to share also with you in the continent and those who are in diaspora. We see in recently as the leader of economic freedom fighters, Julius Malema, speaking about the return of the land of South Africa. And this is all not only in South Africa, this is about the whole continent. That we need is to own our own things. And no one can tell this, or no one can make this what we dream, expect ourselves. So I see in recent videos, Julius Malema calling for the South Africans government to own the land, calling for the Africans to unite and not have this separation that we have, that we worship these rivers, these are imaginary borders, and always say that Africans sometimes let not act like madness where we have gates without fence and someone telling you this is your place and you should not allow to enter in another place. And if you see in recent videos, Malema speaking about Zimbabweans and South Africans, that there's no Zimbabwean foreign in South Africa, or there's no Nigerian foreign in Tanzania, or in any country of Africa, that Africa, we are one thing. So here I've got some clip when Julius Malema speaking about this Africa, we need to have one currency, that Africa, we need to remove these borders, Africa, we need to have one president, one judiciary, and so on, that as a state, we must own these things. So brothers and sisters, let me know also what your thought on this continuation of this topic. So here I want to say is what we see in West Africa, to see our fellow brothers there who lead now the state have the vision to make proud their citizen, to make proud their land, that now we have got a real leader. And recently, 3 to 4 days ago, we see there in Senegal where Mr. Faye becoming the president, and in his first speech calling for French to leave the country. So we see this is what we want. We want to manage, or we want to own our own things, because the African solution for African problem for African solution. Also, we see there in Niger, also President Chiani calling for French ambassador to cross and leave the country as it is. We see the we see the Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso building the gold refinery plant uh, in the country with cooperation with Russia. So we see this is how Africa needs to be. We don't need to sell anymore this raw material. We need to sell the final product. That's why he decided to build that in his country. So now Burkina Faso, Niger, also Mali, they no longer export gold as a raw material. They will export it as a final product, or uh, finished good to the consumers. So there's no Nigerian foreign in Tanzania. There's no Nigerian foreigner in South Africa. There's no Zimbabwean foreign in South Africa. There's no South African foreign in Zimbabwe. Africa, we are one. Wherever you see this color, see he or she is your brother or sister. These colonial borders, they kept for the benefit of them, not for the benefit of Africa. And we know that Berlin Conference set by them was to divide our continent for their benefits. So they put different ways, they put their leaders, they put their people who will continue to worship these colonial borders for the benefits of their masters, not for the African people. When we speak about the land, the African land, that we know that land is each and everything that we need, because what you see here is on the land. I'm in the building which built on the land. So all these minerals, all these natural resources that we have in Africa is on the land. So the biggest issue that Africa we need to own is the land. That's why these white people there in South Africa, they don't want to leave that land of South Africa, because they know what's on the land of South Africa is. So, brothers and sisters, if we can't return the land of Africa to the rightful owner, I mean we Africans, we can't see the value of our resources. We can't see the value, the real value of our resources, and we can't manage also our economy, because with the means of production we don't own, we black or we African. So that was my thought, and I don't want to speak too much on this video, on this idea. Let me leave this now, and I want you who are watching this video to have your opinion on the comment section. As I said before, this video is not for the campaigning of anyone, or is about to open our mind, and we want this kind of ideas to be in the many African leaders. So now we believe that youth may do better than elders. So thanks for watching. Let us meet on the next episode.